Toasters, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. The Alabama Riverfront Brawl. First off, I want to say those black people did what they were supposed to do. They did what they were supposed to do, and I commend them for that. Standing behind the older black gentleman and standing up for him and coming to his rescue, because he was about to get stumped out. He was getting stumped out, but it was going to be pretty bad, it looked like. But they came to the rescue. And I don't know what that was, a bat call, a bat signal when he threw his hat. You know, that was wild. But they came to his rescue and showed solidarity. And so, yeah, they are to be commended for that, man. That the 16-year-old boy who swam from across somewhere. And, man, he got involved in the fight. And so, yeah, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. You know, I didn't see any bloodshed. Few punches, few kicks, but fortunately no knives were involved. No gunplay was involved. But the only thing, speaking of that, you know, no gunplay, the only thing I didn't like, and which I don't really know, is I hope you know, the black people had guns on them. You know, just chose not to use them because it wasn't necessary. And I say that because, you know, our white brethren and sisters, man, they will carry. You know, they practice that right to bear arms. And a lot of us, a lot of blacks do not. You know, and although I hate racial tension, and I think we should come together as humans, as mankind, there is racial tension, unfortunately. And so you got to stay on top of things and know your surroundings and know what people are capable of doing. And so hopefully they had guns on them but just chose not to use them. But that could have been ugly. It could have went very, very dark. And so yeah, but you know, little fisticuffs is all right sometimes. But I want to get a little deeper, man, because you know I think objectively, and I see things from different angles. You know, although I commend the blacks for coming to the older black gentleman's rescue, you know, I just got questions all around. When the whites attacked the black gentleman, was it racially motivated? I know from our eye, the human eye, aesthetically, you know, it looks like, hey, we got some whites jumping to black. But do we really know it was racially motivated? Were the whites frustrated, just being assholes, and jumped this guy? Did they take advantage of him because he was older and didn't look like a threat? He's a bit overweight. We don't know. But from the human eye, on the outside, you just see it's a bad look, right? You see whites jumping on the black. It's a bad look. But we don't know, was it racially motivated? We don't know what was said, you know. And I guess unless they come out with it, like something was said or the thought process, we really don't know. And so that's where we got to dive deeper and go, do we only people, black and white, Hispanic, whatever race, do we only care about our race? Or do we only care about our race when another race is abusing our race? Or do we care about mankind in general? Human beings in general. If that older gentleman was white and getting the brakes beat off of him, would the blacks have come to the white gentleman's rescue? Would they? That lets you know if you just care about your race being abused by another race, or if you care about mankind in general. Because I think they should get involved. Anybody should get involved when you see somebody being outnumbered, being jumped, being abused like that, especially older gentlemen. I think you should get involved. With the whites have attacked the older gentleman if he was a white guy. If he was a white guy, would they have attacked him? We don't know. We don't know the root of it. So what I'm saying, do we care about mankind? Do we love mankind? Or do we just care about our race when somebody else, another race, is abusing them? Because we know, you know, people can say what they want, man, but we know the last 30, 40 years, we have not cared about our race because we hurt each other. And I want to hear that mess, like, we can hurt each other, but can't nobody else hurt us. Man, get on with that, man. We're killing each other at a very high rate. So, although I commend those guys, and women were involved too, of defending the older gentleman, we got to go deeper. We got to go deeper in our hearts and deeper in our psyche and say, you know what? I need to do that for mankind. And the whites need to look within themselves. If it was racially motivated, they need to look within themselves and say, would I have done this to a white gentleman? Would I have done this to an Asian gentleman? I don't think it could be racially motivated, but I'm telling you something else. I think they attacked him more so because he was overweight and older. I don't see them attacking him if he was in shape. If the shoulders were broad, he was in shape, and he had a presence of, I ain't the one to try. Now, they still could have been racist and not attack him, but they would have kept that mess to themselves, their thoughts, their feelings. They would have kept their hands and their feet to themselves. And but I think he was older and he was out of shape, and they gave them the confidence to attack him, thinking they could overtake him. But to their surprise, he had backup, and they felt that wrath. But yeah, we gotta look deeper. I also noticed when the police arrived, they automatically start apprehending the blacks. Now, they don't even know what's going on, but they automatically start apprehending the blacks. That's something, man, we really gotta break the chains of. And it doesn't matter if it's black cops or white cops, they automatically go to the blacks first. I've seen this many, many times. And it's something that's ingrained in their minds. It's something subconscious, I think, where they're gonna see us as the aggressors always. I don't know if it's the dark skin, body structure, the stereotypes, you know, the bad press we get. I don't know if it's a combination of all that. But cops will automatically go to the black person first and apprehend them. And it's just not white cops, like I said. The black cops do it too. Yeah, I had a problem with that. The bright side to it, I only see blacks joking about this matter and making memes. I see whites joking about it too. See a lot of whites joking about it. And that lets me know that change is coming and that people are waking up. And I'm telling you, the powers that be are concerned. When you can get something that might or might not be racially motivated, but it was definitely whites against blacks. And you see the blacks dominate the whites with the brakes off of them. And you see the aftermath of not only blacks laughing about it, that's to be expected, because they had, they won. But then you also see whites laughing and making memes and joking about it and speaking on it and making posts, videos about it. That's a problem for the system. That's really a problem for the system. At one time, the slave and the indentured servant got along until a system, a group of men said, we're going to promote their whiteness. We're going to call them white, they're black, and we're going to promote the whiteness. We're going to call separation. This is the problem for the system. I guarantee they didn't expect this. The system, when I say the system, I say government, politicians, lawmakers. When they see this, they're surprised that whites are joking about this too. Change is happening. We're going into a different age, and change is really happening rapidly before our eyes. So, hey, I laughed about it like anyone else, but we got to look deeper, and we got to start loving mankind in general. But hey, salute to those people, and salute to blacks and whites for starting to change the system. Let me know what you think. As always, toasters, from me to you, love. Peace.